particularly if you're a band with a stature that will fill stadiums. And stadiums is exactly what Glasgow's finest, Simple Minds, will fill when they go on tour next week. For the first time ever, Simple Minds allowed cameras to capture the finishing touches being put on what promises to be one of the tours of the summer.
Hometown heroes, Simple Minds, have chosen Dublin to put the finishing touches on their live show that kicks off their world tour in Italy that happens on Tuesday night, in fact. We caught up with Jim Kerr, the vocalist, who took time out from rehearsals to talk to us about the tour and the chart-topping album Street Fighting Years.
For us it was a good title because every song seems to be about some kind of a conflict, both in a global sense with Mandela and Biko, Belfast, etc. But also in an inner self as well, the conflict of, you know, traditional values. We are very traditional Scotsmen, and how do you see them through in the year 2000? Sort of spiritual dilemma, all these things, and just this title seemed a good way of kind of summing up these songs. We've always been a live band first and foremost, and I feel different now as well about that as well. I'm very conscious of, you know, ticket prices not exactly being cheap and that. There should never be any excuse. It should look great and sound great because people are paying big money, and you just don't want to let them down. So it's dead exciting, but nerve-wracking. You can take bets on how many wobblers will be thrown between now and the first night. Drama queens to the forefront. The whole thing of playing live now, when I turned up here the first day and seeing a lot of the guys for the crew from our last time, I say to my brother, who's our tour manager, how many people's, you know, working? And well, there's 48 people working just now on this thing, and everybody wants it to be good, you know. There's so much hard work goes in. They're here all hours of the day and all hours of the night getting stuff. It's planned months in advance. And as much as you rehearse, we've been here essentially for sort of 3 weeks at rehearsing now, and as much as you rehearse, when you walk on, it's a different world. I mean, it's not like this, but for anyone who's never done it, to me, the sort of difference is as radical of being, you know, walking along and then jumping in the river there. It's a total different world. And, you know, how do you rehearse for that? Wherever I go, way down here I know this is your
world. This exclusive footage documents the final hours of Simple Minds rehearsals. With Street Fighting Years debuting at #1 in 4 countries, album sales of this long-awaited record are strong, and ticket sales are reaching heavenly figures.
I was talking to my dad a couple of nights ago, and he says that there's 2 nuns in Glasgow who have asked for tickets for the show. So how am I going to describe to you a Simple Minds fan?
Wearing black.
Future nuns.
Welcome back.
It's funny, you know what they asked me? They said what's a typical what's a typical Simple Minds fan? And I could probably tell them better. What other bands do you like?
George Michael. You too. Deacon Blue.
You too, George Michael. Deacon Blue. They're a fantastic audience, I'll tell you that. I mean, because I do get a chance to go and see a lot of shows, and I go out front to see them and get in the crowd and feel one. And with their lot, you know, they're usually there sort of singing before you're even going on, and are there for hours, or a lot of people in Europe, we know, queued out throughout the night for tickets and all that stuff. I mean, it takes some sort of dedication. But I guess the idea is to rehearse so that when you go on stage, you're not even thinking about it. It's just there. We should be so lucky.
Simple Minds coming to a town near you. And what may come